right, here we go. We continue the road to Nwpo versus Mawkzy. It's the $1,000 road, and we're getting to the very end here. Match number 9. The last match that I said was the 7th match. I don't know what I was on, because I'm pretty sure that was the 8th match. And this is the 9th, with one more to go after it. And Mawkzy currently holding a lead. The eventual world champions, or one of, you know, the people who will be the world champion, have been holding it down their past couple matches. But Nuggets should be a tough opponent. Oh my goodness. Moxy has just looked so strong in 1v1. You know, people often say that they play better after a break. You know, I'm sure some of you in chat have felt that way, that you play for a long time, you take a bit of a break, you come back, you play better. Moxy has never done that. As far as I'm aware, Moxy does not take breaks. He absolutely does not take breaks, except for he finally has. In the last couple months, I feel like he did take a break for the first time, and it has maybe resulted in a level up we did not even know was possible, as he's now up 2-0 against Mr. Nuggets. Nugget is using the new boost, I believe. I want to say it's the new fake alpha boost. I have seen people using it here and there. Nuggets double jump bump is going to be just good enough. He does get slowed down, but he gets the demo, and it will convert. Nugget is currently, I think, top 10, if not top 20 in 1v1 ranked. The 1v1 ranked leaderboard is actually, technically means he's rated way above Moxy. I was seeing that Moxy's down in like the 40-ish range, so I'm not even sure how you even get there if you're Moxy. I don't care how much you were playing. They don't reset the MMR enough for Moxy to fall that low, but I don't know. I'm not sure what the story was there. Either way, Nuggets jumping over the top of a potential bump attempt that he seemed to know was coming, and will get himself a second goal. How much is Black Splash worth? There's drops on right now. I imagine that Splash is a maybe one that you can get. All of your items are worth nothing. All of your items are worth nothing. I hate to say it. They are your items. They have only the amount of value that you give to them. So you tell me, do you like your Black Splash? Will you potentially use it? That's how much it's worth. If you're hoping to sell it, good luck. Unless you're going to sell your entire account, which I don't think is. First off, it's TOS. We would never allow that. And secondly, nobody's buying your account for Black Splash or almost any. You're using it? Well, then there you go. It's worth amazing. It's worth so much. It's worth your joy and happiness. And isn't that what it's all about? Every time you get to see your Black Splash goal explosion. Nuggets attempting to dunk on the goal line, has a solid boost steal and has a tie game. Moxy maybe looking a bit more human here. Type 1 in chat if you think that a Black Splash goal explosion is worth amazing. Moxy waiting out his eventual possession, and now going for a double jump bump, and it will work. Nugget bails out early and saves himself getting posterized, but does allow the goal to go in. Nuggets, look at the speed from him. Always been really impressive part of his game. Definitely worth noting his ability to find open opportunities. Maybe not to the level that we see from Nwpo in the air, who seems to be fast at all times, but on the ground It seems like Nugget's car has just a little bit higher speed cap than anybody else's. Moxy up 5-4. Wants the fake flick. Nugget actually didn't fully fall for it. He stuck around and was available to stop the fake, and that's why you see Moxy having to flip through it. Nugget gets a touch, but just not quite enough. Kickoff in favor of Moxy, going to make it 7-4. Moxy able to pick up his own back corner boost as the kickoff goes to his half. Nuggets trying to chase down and make something out of it. Doesn't get anything. Now he's down 8-4 just like that. It seemed like Nugget was playing a solid game. Was maybe even testing Moxy there, making him sweat a bit, and next thing you know, it's now a huge long shot for a Nugget to come back in game one. How long are you going to be streaming for? I plan on streaming however long it takes to finish off your last drop. Moxy, ooh, his shot seemed perfect down low. Nugget able to make the save and forces it off the post and sets himself up for a quick counterattack. Even had boost left over. If you want to supercharge your drops today, there's actually like a special code you can type. I don't know if anybody on the other streams has told you about this. It's something weird in the system that it kind of boosts up your time in which you... Koi is so far ahead of me. The time in which you can get your drops in is, of course, DSC_1439. Listen, I don't make the codes. I just know them. Nugget, nice boost grab at the midfield. Going to be huge for him trying to convert this one with 38 seconds left to go. Nuggets has to score on this take out of the air. Is he going to get a reset? He will get one late, but he lost control of the ball in the process, and I'm not sure he has time to recollect this one, even with the nice, undercut on Moxy to keep him awkward. I still think this whole sequence is advantage Nugget, but he needs that one in and needs to get to the next one ASAP. And it's just taking him too long right now. And now he's going to die and lose his advantage he did have. So he never will convert on the goal anyways. 8-6. Oh, what a challenge. Not that it matters here. Game number one. Going to go to Moxy. Moxy is playing for $1,000 over the course of 10 show matches, trying to get a better record than Nwpo. And you might be wondering, well, then what's the other players getting? Since they're not competing for that prize, they all get $100 if they can win a series against one of these two top dogs in 1v1. So Nugget playing for a clean 100 that he could walk away with. Moxy fighting for the overall 1,000 as well as getting the practice he needs to be ready to go in Lyon, France for the World Championships later in September. Nuggets trying to pin a flick top shelf, not able to. Nugget was looking saucy there for a second with the initial jump off the wall, the wave dash back onto it, but then just gives the ball over for free. I don't know if he's expecting a challenge. A little fake from Moxy there was maybe enough. Moxy wants a double jump up. Nuggets fakes like he's going up and quickly dodges back down to sneak around it. Not able to pick up his own back corner, but did grab... Oh, actually, I thought he grabbed the midfield. The midfield was there. Wait, wasn't it? I still see it there. Did he miss it? Either way, heads to the back wall and just gives a nice one to Moxy for his quick recovery and ability to turn what looked like maybe a Nugget possession, if he had gotten going a little bit more, into an instant dunk all the way across the other side of the field. And this flick is just barely off. Nugget catches a break here on a guy who hasn't been given very many of them. And he's been able to survive the demo game really well. Moxy likes to play physical, likes to delete the opponents that manage to survive his first couple shots. Nugget has seemed prepared for that. And a little bit of it has to do with just the way he orients his car, I feel like. I don't know exactly the mechanics of how you register a demo. I've seen 1,000 posts on it over the years. As each update, you know, someone complains about the demoing changing or the demos don't work. I think what they're really just saying is the internet is the internet, and ping is always going to make me mad sometimes. But either way, one thing I can tell just from feel is if you can position your car awkwardly enough, it doesn't register as a demo. And Nugget seems to be kind of turning in such a way that he always gets caught instead of taken out as he goes to the ceiling and is able to intercept this one. Nugget playing well. But the answer is, can anybody today play well and actually convert that into a game win against one of these two? Moxy, nice speed. Doubles it top right. Does not allow Nugget the recovery. 3-1. Nuggets, his flick top shelf off the kickoff. Not equalizes, but erases that extra goal Moxy had just earned so hard for, or worked so hard to earn. You know what I'm saying. Moxy to the ceiling, has a resets, decides to just float behind the ball for a 50. Expecting Nugget to get put far out of position. Challenging off the back wall with only a couple pads to work with. Nugget gets bumped. He's done a good job of avoiding it so far. This time it connects. No jump kickoff again for Moxy. Something that he clearly seems to be wanting to throw into his arsenal of kickoffs, but one that has not gone well for him so far today. This possession is Nuggets because of its both of them very low on boost, so this could still be a heavy Nugget advantage. Moxy forced into nets. Now not even playing on a pad. He has absolutely nothing at all, so Nuggets will punish and put it right back to a 1-goal deficit. Nuggets zap dash to steal the midfield 100. Moxy passing back to himself towards his net, having faith in himself to easily collect his back corner and set up a dribble possession. Nugget decides to shadow. Moxy's actually kind of losing the ball the whole way. Even when he single jumps, which is normally a setup to put that ball on top of your car and flick, he actually loses it out to Nuggets. But the separation between him and Nugget allows the 50 to still find its way in, and a kickoff goal makes it 6-3. And this is what Moxy does, man. Another game that just feels like it's back and forth. And the next thing you know, you blink, and Moxy's doubled up his opponents and is very likely to finish it off that way. Moxy deleted. Nugget power sliding, and he gets a terrible spawn. Or Moxy gets a good spawn. Bad spawn for Nugget, though. And just like that, another Moxy goal. Moxy staring down Nuggets. Nugget able to at least prevent an immediate goal. Moxy chaining some dashes together, using the ball. How did this work? How did this work? I don't understand. He used up all his boost, dashed his way in. Nugget. That's how it worked. Nugget just gets thrown off by the bump and ends up gliding up the back wall on the roof of his car instead of making a play on the ball. Did Moxy just try a Spanish kickoff in a 1v1? He's back! He didn't even get scored on! Moxy can do no wrong. Moxy headed back to his corner. Nuggets bumping him out of position and getting another goal, but hard to imagine him getting 4 goals in 30 seconds. Can Ahmad have bracket linked to the Wikipedia for this? There is a Wikipedia for these guys' games against each other, but it's just not currently linked. Nugget does score again. Type 1 in chat if Zen is better. Type 2 in chat if Nwpo is better. Let chat decide. Nugget is actually making us have to hold here for a second. Holding can be over now, but it almost feels like Moxy knew that this one was just barely going to go in and it was going to be okay. No time left over. But 8-7. Moxy, I love the little horse dashing or whatever it's called. Game number 3. Moxy and Nugget. So far today, we have yet to see our favorites even lose a game against their opponents. Nuggets not able to power through on his wave dash kickoff. Moxy putting cement blocks in his car to make sure he stays down. Moxy has the resets. Ultimately decides to play it safe. Now has a reset again. Wants to punish Nugget for challenging him out here in the air, and he will do exactly that. Just prepping his car for a 50. Such a great air roll to get the roof right in the dead center of the ball. Nowhere that Nugget can push it. And Moxy's already headed on the way down to get down there, get a follow-up. Nuggets able to take this one away at least after Moxy gets to yet another first possession. Nugget trying to carry this back into his own half, and Moxy actually meets him there even though he's on 0 boost. He cuts it off and gets prepared for it. Cannot save this one though. I felt like with the way I've been seeing these two play, Moxy and Nwpo that is, that something like this would never find its way through. They've been so good making plays in net, but the late recovery with 0 boost was just enough to not get it done. Moxy gonna fall on top of Nugget's car. Nugget has the 100 and the advantage here. Moxy looking to buy time with the pop flick. Still gets on the top of Nugget's car. And there it is. This is a Moxy-esque play. A near Moxy-esque flick. Needed to be a little bit better to probably match Moxy's, but this is what he loves to do, which is force the defender up to save the initial shot, and then they become victim of a demo that allows an easy open net. Wave dash kickoff for Nuggets, mirroring Moxy. Able to save it into his crossbar. Trying to follow it up and send it away. Neither one of these guys has a ton of boost. Moxy a little bit less. And Nugget is able to get the 100, but did it cost him everything? As Moxy's now set up the other way. And falling off the ceiling with a reset. Nugget going low. So Moxy goes high. Great read. You see Nugget deciding he did not want to try and defend off the back wall again. Hoping for a fake head to the ground. And great read by Moxy to actually use his reset the moment he sees that. Goes top right. We got 3-2 at 3:32. Make it 4-2. Nuggets dashing like a madman off of his own landing off the wall to collect a possession. Air dribble bump, make it an air dribble demo. The This game has had a different feel, or I should say this series has had a different feel than the ones we've seen so far today, even though they've yet to see a different results. Moxy, a direct kickoff to net. What did Nugget do here? That did not work out. Tried to go for a wave dash kickoff. Just got there late. Why it's not Johnny Boy who cast the show match? Because this is not Johnny Boy's stream. Flick from Moxy to make it 6-3. Chain dash to get underneath it. Just such a good way to save boost when you have limited. Instead of having to catch back up and get the perfect timing, just use the wall to help you out and save everything else for the shots. Nuggets dunking on top of Moxy, making sure to flip through. He was a little bit behind the play. The flip helps push him forward and create a wall over the top of Moxy. Moxy picking up the back corner 100. Nugget has a few different times been really aggressive, diving in to try and get those boost steals. Not something you see from people very often. You have to be sure that you're going to get it because of how quickly you get scored on if you don't. But I'm not sure you're going to win without taking some risks against these guys. It's going to have to be a bit of a peak day as Nugget, strong kickoff into reset, able to muscle it through. What happened to Moxy? The AFK kickoff in ones. It's 2:30, 7-5. And he's gone. Is he streaming, chat? Did he DC on his stream? Right back into it. Just a quick PC crash for Mr. Moxy, who had a 7-5 lead as we were going to a diagonal kickoff. He did get a straight kickoff instead. Maybe one day they'll give you the opportunity to pick the kickoff on restarts. Yeah, I guess it was a bit of a Mina pause for our first time, although no players are Mina, and I'm not Mina, though. It was a nah pause. Moxy, 2 quick kickoff goals after the break. And he's going to be able to read this delay kickoff to potentially make it another one. Nugget gets back just in time, but not a great position to be in. Moxy plays a bit of keep away. And is able to get a soft catch. Pre-flip flick. Tried to doink it in. Nugget is in the right spot to make the save and does fight out for the boost. It's got to be all that practice he gets rushing for boost over and over again. Doesn't win them all, but does win that one. 9-5 with a minute 40. Feels like there's going to need to be a goal here for Nugget soon, and instead, he gets his flick eaten up, and Moxy scores 10. Will it be another 3 straight for Moxy, putting himself in a really good position? It would essentially come down to winning the final series. If Moxy wins the final series, he's in. He's won it. If he loses the final series, then he'll have dropped it, assuming that Nwpo gets the job done as well. Nuggets, double jump bump. Has a 7th goal. I guess there's a world in which he could bring it back. It just feels like with everything we've seen today, it's hard to believe. Ooh, nice quick play to jump off the wall and actually pop it over the top. He foresaw Moxy trying to close the distance here. And normally a little touch like this would maybe be a big mistake, hand it over to the other player. But if they're diving in, then it will actually chip it over the top of them. So Nugget made the right read, although he's going to get Omega dunked on this kickoff. Nugget does find a way back. Doesn't allow an immediate goal. Moxy is literally turtle. He just used his jump to push himself even further into the ground while turtling. Trying to find new tech we've never seen before. 43 seconds left to go. Moxy seems willing to waste a bit of time. In fact, he's even threatening cutting this back to his own half. Thought maybe he could get Nuggets to cheat that and put himself out of position so that Moxy could just score. But if he's not going to cheat that, then Moxy will just stay in control. 2-goal lead. Ooh, Nuggets almost able to get that one towards the net with a backflip challenge, but Moxy continues to try and show off his ability to control the play. Wait a second, this will be a Nugget goal. Moxy maybe could have afforded to play a little bit more offense. He had tried to completely ice it out with one single possession, and now he's a kickoff away from having to play in overtime. Although, you know what? Moxy's not worried. He's been winning those kickoffs. He says, I'll just win another one and get a freebie. Nugget just getting around the ball. Or sorry, I should say Moxy's just getting goal side and slamming it off to the right. And Nugget has been delayed on his wave dash kickoff. 11-9. Moxy will do it. Puts himself in the best position to finish off this circuit of matches. Putting the pressure on Nwpo to do the same. Let's take a quick look at the practice to see where we're at. The practice has another 3-0 for Moxy. He stands 7 games ahead. If we were to see another 3-0, this is what I was talking about before, he'd have a 2-game lead and 1 series lead.